Welcome to our graduation ceremony for the Classical Magnet School class of 2020. In order to earn a diploma from Classical Magnet School, students have to successfully complete a rigorous program of studies with honors level courses all 4 years of high school. Classical students exceed the state graduation requirements, preparing them for success in college, career, and life. Our students are also held to high expectations for their character, aligned to our core values of gravitas, dignitas, and pietas. The students in the class of 2020 have worked extremely hard to arrive here today. I am deeply saddened that the spring of their senior year was disrupted by the pandemic, and I realize that the format for this graduation is not ideal. But today is a celebration. We are celebrating the hard work and strong character of the class of 2020. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As we are gathered here today, virtually of course, we are surrounded by the people who taught and inspired us throughout our lives, our friends, families, and teachers. I want to start by acknowledging how crucial you are to our success. You have all been instrumental in our lives, and with you by our sides, we got here today. On this day, we stand as 2020 graduates in frankly very challenging times. Between a global pandemic and the continued oppression of Black people in this country, the class of 2020 is entering into a world that is in such dire need. I think it's safe to say we have our work cut out for us. What I've realized through the woes of this year is that our class, the Corona class, is what is needed to promote positive change and build a path towards resolutions. Some may even call for revolution. But regardless, we are ready to take on the world by being the change we want to see. Although we did not get to spend the last few months of senior year together, I share 7 years worth of fond memories with all of you. I've waited patiently for this day since freshman year, and now that I'm here, I want to rewind. But there's no going back. Today is the day we say goodbye and celebrate as we all go our separate ways and enter a new chapter of our lives. We may not know what's ahead, but class of 2020, we gonna be all right. I wish you all nothing but success, and may God watch over and bless you all. Congratulations, class of 2020, and thank you.
Hello, class of 2020. I want to start by thanking you for welcoming me back to Classical this year. Each and every one of you, along with your parents, has welcomed me with open arms. I am truly honored to serve as your principal. I only wish I had more time to work with this phenomenal group. To the students, I have complete and total confidence that you will be successful in college, postgraduate studies, in any career path that you choose. You have demonstrated that you can effectively read, write, think, problem solve, and communicate. You have strong academic skills that will serve you well. But this is not the full story. There is more to you than this. You also possess non-academic skills and attributes that will help you find happiness and success in life. Compassion, respect for diversity, kindness, service to others. At Classical, we have encouraged you to find your voice and use it. Our nation needs to hear your voice now more than ever. We are looking to you, the class of 2020, to call out injustice and demand change. You have proven, especially over these past 3 months, that you are resilient, innovative, resourceful, and courageous. Non scolae sed vitae discimus. We learn not for school, but for life. This is more relevant now more than ever, and you are ready. In my parting words to you, I have 3 requests. Number 1, know when to stand up and speak out and when to take a knee. Always be willing to advocate for those that need it the most. Number 2, enjoy life. You are young. Be sure to take time to laugh, smile, dance, and act silly. And if some days you're just not feeling it, talk to your family and closest friends. They will help you find that spark again. And number 3, vote. Seriously, I need you all to vote this November, please. Thank you for a wonderful year, and remember that you will always be part of the Classical family. Go Gladiators.
First, I would like to congratulate the class of 2020. Despite all that is happening during this current time, graduating amongst our peers has been something most, if not all of us, expected to celebrate. We entered the school year laughing about Visco girls with their Hydro Flasks and scrunchies, to turning 18 in a pandemic where wearing face masks and keeping a minimum of 6 feet became the new norm. Who would have thought that the last time we would hear Sawete Amnes and Beowulf being shouted at us at 7:40 in the morning would be our last, or even have cheese pizza and milk for lunch at 11 a.m. in the morning. Unlike previous years, our class did not have the opportunity to experience typical senior activities like prom, skip day, etc. At this expense, however, we have the chance to reflect on moments prior, like no other. I remember coming to Classical Magnet in 6th grade, 10th off the waiting list, and I admire the seniors because it felt like they were so close to adulthood. Now that I am a senior, I realize now that there are things I had done, adversities that I had faced, and moments where I persevered during difficulties that made me the person I am standing here talking to you today. Without the times where I cried in Dr. Rowe's room after taking an assessment, ransacked the school looking for places to print before 7:40, and played hide and seek in the dark in the girls' locker room before volleyball games. These are the moments that will become connotations for my time at Classical Magnet. For the past 4 years, we have all studied for not just for the sake of learning for school, but to become adults in society who create change. Being a student from Classical Magnet means that we are a group of people who have experienced a considerable amount of hardships. However, on a knee that has been bruised and beaten up, the skin of the knee has grown over and become stronger, more durable, and resilient. Although our term at Classical Magnet is officially over, the time for character development and advocacy is not. Our generation is currently making history and will continue to, because we understand how important it is for our voices to be heard and our actions to be equally matched. In any shape or form, as an American citizen, it is our right for change as we see fit. The class of 2020 will not be silenced and sit around while things get tough. As Malcolm X once said, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Through sitting in classrooms for the past 4 years, we have learned that change comes from the repercussions of action. High school is like the seed of the flower you put into the ground, waiting to be nourished into something greater. The decisions you make during this time are not determining factors to who you decide to become in the future. You will grow, you will adapt, and you will overcome. While life is like the perennial that was put into the ground years ago, that falls when the environment becomes an unpleasant place but continues to rise because it knows that winter does not last forever. These are the times where you should remember that the only way to move after hitting rock bottom is up. Let us take a moment to thank parents, teachers, families, and friends for the endless amount of support you have given us for the past 4 years. If it weren't for you, we would not be here where we are today. To my fellow seniors, for those who can, this is your chance to make a difference. Register to vote and begin networking using the adults here at school. Once again, congratulations, class of 2020. You did it.
Here's to the true OG class of 2020. To all the amici who have come and gone, to all the teachers, principals, and Mr. Latrex, to all the pep rallies and swag days, to all the free dress downs and paid dress downs, to all the IIPs, focus periods, and enrichments, to all the silent Tempest Legendos and all the loud Tempest Legendos, to all the goods and bads, to all the laughs and fights. We will forever never know Latin. We will forever miss our $10 from the Renaissance Fair. We will forever remember Mr. Kemp. We will forever cheer for each other on the courts, fields, and stages. We will forever roast one another. We will forever roam the halls. We will forever have scholar dollars and dojo points. That's all, class of 2020. Have a great rest of your day, Classical.
Parents, teachers, graduates, we are here today to celebrate the graduating class of 2020. On this day, we are high schoolers no longer, children no longer, but young adults embarking on the next chapter of our lives. We shall take hold of our own futures and pave the way to a new tomorrow. For 7 years, we have worked hard, accomplishing many great things. But keep in mind, this is but a stepping stone, for we are destined for greater. We are the future, the next generation of leaders of this world. What comes next will not be easy, but it'll be worth it. And remember this, no matter how hard or how long the road ahead of you is, always remember who you are and where you come from. And know you are bound for greatness. It has been my honor and my pleasure to serve as your 2020 president. Thank you. And seniors, we made it.
March 13th is the day that changed our lives forever. All we were told was to take what we could home and prepare for 2 weeks of online schoolwork. We went home not knowing what lies ahead or whether we were ever going to step foot into this building again. We left that day with memories of running down hallways preparing our coach projects and trying to find someone who did the chemistry homework for next period. We left not knowing how fast the world would change around us. What was meant to be a 2-week impromptu spring break quickly turned into our senior year getting ripped out from underneath us. We sat at home and watched the calendar pass by what would have been our senior prom, senior outings, senior nights, final performances. We watched our senior year pass by right before our eyes. We sit there and remember the senior hike where Mr. Lacey literally jumped over us to get everyone back in the group circle, and where the teachers helped us unite as a class and spend a day away from the building we are now leaving. We remember the sports senior nights at the fields, school gyms, and swim meets, where we honored the seniors and the friendships they have made in their training. We remember the winter band concert performance that was featured on the news, and the what could have beens of the spring musical. Regardless of the memories or the opportunities we missed during this unprecedented time, we are the first ever class to graduate in the midst of a global pandemic. So one way or another, we are going down in history as the class that could survive anything. I could take the time to say all the highlights of our last 4 years, but I want to focus on the future. The past 4 years are in the past, and everything that happened in those years have gotten us to this point in our lives. Every moment in our life has prepared us for this next big step. Ralph Waldo Emerson says in a quote, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us." This quote is valuable wisdom that we could all use right now. We all have goals that we always have in the back of our minds, hoping that we are able to achieve them one day. Going to college, getting a job, or getting a car are all goals that some of us may be looking to work towards. We all balance schoolwork, sports, music, and other extracurricular activities that may come in the way of achieving those goals. In the moment where you feel it isn't possible, or in a time where it seems like everything is going wrong, find something that inspires you. Find the thing that will inspire you to achieve your goals. Find something inside of yourself that will push you to want to achieve the task. Look to the people you have met here at Classical, or look to your family and support systems for inspiration. Or, if you have nobody around you to be inspired by yourself. Find the strength within you that can inspire you to make the change that this world needs to see right now. We knew this senior year was not going to be easy, but I know for a fact that none of us could have seen this coming, except for maybe Tim, who knows just about everything that's happening in the world. The next 4 years of our lives are going to change us. We have to learn how to survive on our own without our parents holding our hands. We have to become adults, and that is what the past 4 years of our lives have trained us for. Look at the world around us. We are graduating in the middle of a global pandemic. No graduating class before us can say that they had the chance to do this. Instead of dwelling on our past experiences, we have to think about how those have made us stronger and how our adversities have given us the strength to continue into this next phase of our lives. We should not let the idea of not having a live graduation affect us. 20 years from now, we will not remember these speeches or the flowers and balloons that would have lined the stage. What we will remember is the memories and relationships we have built along the way, and the hard work we put in that gave us the opportunity to get this far. I would like to close by thanking the people who have made it possible for us to make this next step. We have to take time to thank our parents and guardians for everything they have done for us to be here today. Without having these role models behind us, we would not have had the strength and courage needed for us to graduate in a time like this. These are the people who we look up to and know that they have supported us through everything. The ones who pick you up when you're down and are your biggest cheerleaders when you accomplish a win. We have to say thank you, because without them, we would not be receiving these diplomas today. We also have to thank the teachers who were stuck with us all year long and are now ready to say goodbye. We have to thank them for the lessons they taught us that will help us as soon as we leave the parking lot today. We thank Mr. Lacey for helping us make it through statistics without giving up on us. Dr. Sermon, who taught us how to make a valid and sound argument on literally anything. Miss Perez for brightening our days with a big Beowulf howl at the beginning of every class. Dr. O, who ate candles and taught us life skills that the next generations of students won't be able to witness. Listini, who always had the most adoring names for us, but taught us valuable lessons that we will use forever. Hobie J, who made history entertaining and engaging for all of us, especially when he brought in cookies from his restaurant. Mr. Hockdorfer, whose classroom whiteboard was always filled with math notes and other words of encouragement. Dr. KB, who always knew the joy behind holding a cow heart and a cup of coffee. Miss Shaw, who pushed us all to apply to college and help us make this next big step in our life. As of today, because of our parents and guardians, these teachers, and other supporters in our life, we are officially high school graduates. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say congratulations to you. This is a time that is monumental in your life, and I want to say congratulations for working so hard to get to this level. I know this is not the time and the way that you expected to graduate, but you are still wonderful, and we wanted to honor and celebrate you in a magnificent way. So congratulations to you, all to your future endeavors, and I wish you all the best of luck.
Congratulations to the innovative and history-making class of 2020. We're in some really unique times, and you all are doing something that has never been done in the history of public education. So congratulations to you for getting through this major hurdle and for making history. And I have no doubt that you'll continue to make history in all of your years to come, even post-graduation. Congratulations to you. Your city's proud of you. We're all proud of you. Your community is proud of you, and Hartford Public Schools is so incredibly proud of you. Congratulations.
I'm so excited and proud of all of you and this amazing achievement, and looking forward to what the future holds for each one of you. Please know that we were so excited and hope to be with you in person to celebrate, but know that our spirit remains just as strong and that we are here for you and looking forward to your leadership in the future. Again, congratulations.
To the Hartford Public Schools 2020 graduates, I wish you much success. And if it's one piece of advice or encouragement that I could give you, is something that I use to encourage myself, that we were all born onto this earth to do something very unique. And if we do not do it, it just doesn't get done, because we're that unique and we're that special, and we have that much to contribute to this world and in our communities. So with that, you are in my prayers. I wish you the absolute best, and good luck.
Greetings to the class of 2020. I'm so sorry that you couldn't enjoy your commencement exercises in person in cap and gown. I simply just want to say congratulations, good luck in all your future endeavors. Make sure that you enjoy your life. Make sure that you love yourself, take care of yourself, take care of your family. And you right now officially have 4 years to get out of your parents' house. So I hope you go to college, join the military, get a job, love your job. But whatever you do, be the best at what you do. Thank you. We love you all.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We're extremely proud of you. We are thankful and appreciative of how resilient you were the past couple months. We are excited to see what you go on to do, and we are extremely fortunate to have had the opportunity to engage with you, and we look forward to your contributions.
To the 2020 Hartford Public Schools graduates, I am your very proud superintendent, Dr. Leslie Torres Rodriguez, and I am excited to celebrate your graduation. Congratulations for reaching this important milestone in your education. You have worked hard and shown commitment to reach this special moment in your lives, and I am deeply grateful to be able to share my best wishes with you. The ending of this year has been a trying one. I know that you would have preferred a traditional ceremony with family and friends to celebrate you. We have done our best to create an experience that honors your years of dedication and achievement. At Hartford Public Schools, our goal is that all students graduate prepared, not just for college and career, but to lead and thrive in their communities. It is our hope that you leave the school community inspired and eager for the next chapter. You may have questions, even some doubts, but I urge you not to dwell too much on those now, and to remember that you are worthy and deserving. You are supported and loved, and that you have the courage and the strength to achieve great things. As you step into your future and face all of the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead, remember, stay focused on kindness, gratitude, and love. Congratulations, graduates of the class of 2020. Upon recommendation of Principal Sullivan and the faculty and staff at Classical Magnet School and the authority vested in me by the state of Connecticut and the Hartford Board of Education, I hereby confer upon you your diploma and officially make you graduates of Classical Magnet School. You may now turn your tassel. Congratulations.
To the graduates of the class of 2020, I am honored and humbled that you chose me to address you and your families today on behalf of the Classical Magnet teachers, especially considering the circumstances of this unprecedented year. I'd like to start by thanking the parents and families for entrusting us with the care of your children. You have invested so much of your lives in these special young adults, and we thank you for allowing us to participate in their development. Thank you also to my fellow staff members watching this graduation ceremony today. We have so many wonderful staff members, but I have to give a special shout out to Ms. Shakira Perez, who is not only Classical's Teacher of the Year, but Hartford Public Schools 2020 Teacher of the Year. Ms. Perez, your dedication to your students is inspiring, and it is teachers like you who make Classical a great place to work. I also want to give a big thank you to Ms. Bethany Sullivan for bringing her leadership to Classical this year. Ms. Sullivan, you give us hope for the future of our school, and we thank you. Back to the graduates of the class of 2020. I realize that you do not have your diplomas in hand yet, as you normally would at this point in the ceremony, but I address you as graduates nonetheless. And I say to you, congratulations. The class of 2020 will long be remembered for the unique times in which we are living, for the unprecedented circumstances brought upon us all by the COVID-19 pandemic and also the current racial tension in our country. Yours is a senior year with no prom, no spring sports, no spring shows, concerts, or art expo, no spirit week, no senior outing, and no opportunity to drive your teachers crazy with a senior prank or senior skip day. Speaking on behalf of your teachers, we mourn with you today over the loss of these traditional experiences. And perhaps the greatest loss of all for both you and your families is the loss of an in-person graduation ceremony. You have earned the right to process into the Classical gymnasium in your cap and gown, with pomp and circumstance playing, while your family and friends cheer, take videos, and snap photos. You deserve to have 600 people hear your name called as you walk across the stage to receive your diploma and shake hands with your principal, counselor, and teachers. You deserve to stand together with your classmates and move your tassels from right to left as you are officially declared graduates by a member of the Hartford Board of Education. Again, to the graduates of the class of 2020, we mourn with you today over this loss. But in the midst of all the lost experiences, the class of 2020 has also gained valuable experience in many important ways. You have experienced something no other class has, an abrupt ejection from school and an immediate launch into real life and many of the difficulties that come with being a responsible adult. Your parents know the difficulty of being stretched in many directions, balancing work, family, and educational responsibilities all at the same time. And now many of you have been suddenly balancing extra responsibilities too. Some of you have been caring for younger siblings or cousins, and some have been caring for older family members. Some of you have taken on much longer work hours to support your family, while others have lost jobs or have been furloughed and now have to deal with income loss. You have experienced all these challenges while trying to finish your education remotely, with less access to your teacher's help than ever before. These have been difficult times for all of us, and on behalf of your teachers, I want you to hear clearly just how proud of you we all are. We are proud of your maturity, your perseverance, and your spirit. We are proud of the new skills you have gained and how you will be more prepared for whatever situations now await you in college. You will carry this experience with you for the rest of your lives, being confident that you can endure whatever comes your way. We are proud of the scholars that you are and the character you have developed. Class of 2020, you have endured a trial by fire, and you are stronger for it. Your class will be remembered not for what was lost, but for impressing us with your strength, courage, and resilience as you successfully emerge from this trying time. You have earned a classical magnet school diploma, and even a global pandemic can't take that away from you. And thanks to the efforts of Ms. Sullivan, along with the advocacy of a group of dedicated parents, you will still get your moment to cross that graduation stage in just a short time from now. As you do cross that stage today and move into the next stage of your lives, I feel compelled to speak to you once more of the core values that you have learned while at Classical. Just as our school motto says, non scholae sed vitae discimus, we learn not for school but for life, it is the desire of all your teachers that you live out the core values of dignitas, gravitas, and pietas throughout your lives. First, in the core value of dignitas, that is, respect for yourself and others, I implore you to fight for the dignity of all people. I have already mentioned the effects of our country's current health crisis, but you are also entering adulthood in the midst of a racial crisis. Unfortunately, unlike the COVID-19 pandemic, this crisis is nothing new, and it's not going to pass as quickly. The murder of George Floyd has been the most recent catalyst, but this is a more than 400-year-old problem, where Americans with black and brown skin have not been treated with the respect they deserve. They have not been shown the same dignity as whites. The roots of American racism run deep, and we must all be people of dignitas, listening to the afflicted respectfully and fighting for justice passionately. I am proud to say that many of you have already been leaders in this work among your peers at Classical. You have stood up for social justice in class discussions, in hallway conversations, and on social media. For the rest of us, and I include myself here, we must do more. When the dignity of millions of Americans is under attack, it is not enough to be quietly non-racist. In order to live out the core value of dignitas, we must actively and vocally seek to change the status quo. In our second core value of gravitas, that is, seriousness of purpose, I implore you today to pursue your goals with perseverance. Or I say to you as classical magnet gladiators, when you find something in life worth fighting for, fight for it with all you've got. In your college and career goals, pursue your true passion. Don't just settle for what is easy, expected, or safe. As Ms. Perez and I encouraged you to do on the senior hike, take time to reflect on what really matters to you, and then commit to your path. Life will not always work out the way you want, but don't let it be because you didn't try. If something matters to you, fight for it with all your heart. If someone matters to you, fight for them with all your heart. Finally, in our third core value of pietas, that is, loyalty or dedication, I implore you to live your life for something greater than yourself. Here at Classical, we are in many ways like a second family for each other. But in college and in the workforce, it is not always like that. Our society often values those who pursue their own individual goals and maximize their earnings. To some, financial success and self-sufficiency are the essence of the American dream. And while these can be good things, if your primary goal in life is your own personal success, then you are missing out on so much. People and relationships matter. Family and friends matter. Faith matters. Community matters. A person of pietas understands that we were meant to live for more than just ourselves. So in your times of self-reflection, I pray that you would look not only inward, but also outward and upward to find what is truly worth living for. Class of 2020, it gives me hope for our collective future when I think of the ways that you have already been living out these core values of dignitas, gravitas, and pietas. You have shown respect to each other across the lines of race, class, religion, and gender. You have developed the seriousness necessary to reach long-term goals, such as graduating from high school and being accepted to college. And you have shown loyalty to our classical family in good times and bad. I am proud to call you all graduates of Classical Magnet School. Congratulations.